All right. So with that, we'll go ahead and we'll just start nice and light here. So we're going to go ahead and take a nice wide stance. We'll take our arms out to the side, and we're going to take left hand, reach down to the right foot, come back up, and then right hand down to the left. And we're just going to go back and forth, nice and slow. Really get a nice crossbody stretch going on. As I'm going here, I'm scooting those hips back, nice big stretch, and just back and forth. All right, I'm gonna bring my feet back on in together here. I'm gonna go into a hinge. So I'm standing nice and tall. I'm going to scoot my hips back, keep my back nice and straight. Reach on down to about mid shin and then pull yourself back up to the top. We're going back and forth here, stretching out the hamstrings and the glutes in our back. It's nice and easy. And again, you don't have to go all the way down to the floor. You should just go far enough till you feel a nice stretch in the back of the legs. All right. And now the next thing we're going to do is go into a body weight squat. So you're going to bring your feet into a comfortable shoulder width stance or a little bit lighter. And I like to have my toes pointed slightly out to the side. And you're going to have your hands in front of you, and you're just going to go ahead, squat down, and then stand on up to the top. And again, here you don't have to go super low, just whatever you feel comfortable with. And again, we're just go ahead and stretching the quads, the glutes, keeping that core nice and tight. We're going up and down, back and forth here. And we're going to keep on going there a couple more times. All right. Next on up, we're going to take 1 foot forward, and we're going to go into a lunge. So I have my left foot forward, my right foot back. I'm going to keep my chest high on up into the air. And here you can go ahead and hold on to the back of the couch or a table for some extra balance support. And you're just going to go ahead and drop down and then bring yourself back up to the top. And again, you're only dropping down to as low as you feel comfortable. And again, this is just part of the warm-up so far. All right, we're gonna go ahead and switch legs. Same exact thing here. So now my right foot forward, left foot is back. Keep the chest up nice and high. And we're going up and down. And we're gonna go ahead and finish there. All right, so as I mentioned previously, we're gonna work a little bit on some balance components here. And the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna focus on my left leg here. So I'm going to go ahead and plant my foot as firmly as possible. And with those toes, you want to be nice and wide and squeeze the toes on into the floor as much as you can. This is gonna give us our nice wide base of support. Then you're gonna bring your right knee up, out, and then down. We're gonna go into some hip circles here. Okay, and of course you can hold on to anything around you for that extra balance as needed. And we're just gonna go for time. So at your own pace, up, down, and around. And with this one, I like to imagine that I'm stepping on the outside of a fence. Nice and controlled. All right, now we're gonna change direction. We're gonna bring it out and in. So we're gonna step on the inside of a fence. Bringing that leg back on in. And each time, try to get that knee as high up as you can, get full range of motion. All right, and now we're gonna do the same thing, but on the other side. So you can go ahead and move your support or turn on around the other way. Same leg, up, out, and down, stepping on the outside of the fence. All right, now we're gonna go opposite direction, step on the inside, up, out, and in. All right, and finish there. Nice. Okay, next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna rock back and forth on from our heels to our toes here. So you're standing up nice and tall, and when you're rocking backward, you're gonna scoot those hips back and bring the feet up off the floor, the toes. And then when you're forward, driving the hips forward, and the heels come up off the floor. So we're gonna go back and forth here. I'm gonna point the camera down so you can see what my feet are doing as I'm doing this. So when hips go back, toes up. When hips are forward, heels are up. We're going back and forth, heel to toe. Get those hips on moving and just keep on rocking. Nice back and forth, heel to toe. A couple more seconds. And we're gonna go ahead and finish there. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and get started with our working exercises. And we're gonna start with a little bit of cardio here. So the first thing we're gonna do today is we're gonna go ahead and take a step out to the right. We're going to drop our hips down and then stand on up to the top. So you're stepping, drop it down, and stand on up. So as I'm going here, you wanna imagine that each time you take a step, you're going under a bar. And here we go for time. And starting. Take the step, drop it down, stand it up. Here we go. And everything we're gonna do today, you can go ahead and do at your own pace. So if you need to go a little bit slower, that's fine. If you wanna match my speed, that's awesome. And if you wanna go even faster than me, that's great. We're gonna go 15 more seconds. And finish there. Okay, we're gonna catch our breath a little bit. The next cardio portion we're gonna do here, we're gonna be driving one knee forward and taking a step back. So my right leg's gonna stay still this whole time. Left knee's gonna come up and back. And notice when I'm going here, I get those hips involved. Go ahead, plant that foot, and here we go. We're gonna go 30 seconds on each side. Almost there. And we're gonna go ahead and finish with that leg. Shake it on out. Might be a little bit fatigued. That's exactly what we're going for. We're gonna start the other side, same thing. So foot goes back, drive the knee forward. Here we go. 30 seconds. Fifteen more seconds. And go ahead and finish there. All right, we're gonna go ahead and do those two exercises one more time. So again, we're going to be taking a step out to the right, drop it on down like you're stepping under a pole, and then to the left. And here we go. 45 seconds here. And finish there. Take a couple seconds. Big inhale through the nose. Control out through the mouth. All right, next on up here, we're going to be driving those knees forward. 30 seconds on each side. And here we go. Drive it forward, step it back. And if you get more comfortable, you can go ahead and add the arm motion into it like you're running. And if you're feeling like a superstar, you can come on up to the tippy toe each time you drive that knee forward. All right, we're gonna go ahead and switch legs. Get ready, 30 seconds, and start. Halfway finished. And done. Good, good, good. So everyone can go ahead and take a small little break, drink some water as needed, and I'm going to go ahead and explain our next little working set here. So now we're going to focus on building a little bit of strength within our legs. So like we practice in our warm-up, we're going to go ahead and do some squats. So we're going to go for a set of 15 for 2 rounds with a couple exercises in between. So now that this is our working set, we'll be a little bit more specific on our technique and our stance. So when we go here, as noted before, you want a little bit wider than shoulder width space, toes slightly out to the side. And when we go down, it's going to be really important that you start by moving your hips back first. You want to imagine that you're sitting in a chair until you feel comfortable. Keep that chest nice and high, and then stand right on up to the top. We're going to go for 15 reps. And of course, you can go ahead and use a little bit of weights to add some resistance here, or you can use nothing at all. That's perfectly fine, whatever you're comfortable for. And I'll go ahead and I'll count us through this. So here we go with rep 1. We go down and up. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we're going for 15, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Good, good, good. All right, next on up, we're going to go into a single leg hinge. So here you're going to go ahead and take 1 step forward. I'm going to start with my left leg here. So my left leg is forward, my right foot. If you can, you want to try and get your heel up into the air and have the ball of the foot on the floor. And then you're just going to slowly reach on down. Notice I scoot those hips back until you feel a big stretch. And then you're pushing through your heel back up to the top. We're going to do this 12 times. So scoot the hips back, reach down, then stand up tall. There's 1. Here we go for 12. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. We're gonna go ahead and switch it on up. Now I'm gonna take my right foot forward, left foot back, that heels on up into the air. Start by scooting those hips back, reach on down, and then stand. 1, 2, 3, 4, going for 12, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Nice. All right. Next on up, we're going to go into our lunges just like we did with our warm-up. Getting a little bit more focus on our form since this is our working set. We're going to take one step forward, one step back. And again, notice the heel of my back right foot is up in the air. This is going to help with your balance. Of course, if you need to hold on to something, feel free to do so here. And you want to imagine there's a line going straight down through the center of your body. And you're just going to drop your hips along that line into as low as you feel comfortable, then back up to the top. All right, here we go. We're going to go down and then up. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, over halfway there, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Fantastic. All right, we're gonna go ahead and switch sides, same thing. Right foot's gonna be forward, left foot back, get that heel into the air, line straight through the body, and drop your hips down along that line. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Good work, everyone. Shake those legs on out. And now we're gonna go ahead and start from the top. So we're gonna do those 3 exercises one more time. So we're gonna go into some squats for 15, single leg hinge for 12, lunge for 12. All right, if that was all too easy, you can go ahead and grab some dumbbells or a can of soup or whatever you got. And so for our goblet squat, what you would want to do here is just hold those weights or whatever you got nice and close. Keep those elbows tucked on in, squeeze those abs. And we're going to start with number 1 here. And down we go. And then up to the top. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You want to pay close attention here. Notice how my chest stays nice and high. And the last thing we want to do here is have it drop down on the way. So always keeping that chest up nice and high. We're going to go 5 more. 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Good work. All right, so just like we did with our single leg hinges, if you'd like to add a little bit of weight, we take these 2 guys here in our hand, 1 step forward, 1 step back, and with those weights, you just go ahead and let them dangle in your hands as you reach down, and then you push through the heel up to the top. And there's 1. Here we go for 12. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Shake that leg on out. We're gonna go ahead and switch sides here. Take that step forward, 1 foot back, heel up in the air. Here we go. Reach down, stand tall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. All right, we got our lunges next. So again, what we would do with these weights, just hold them in your hands, let those arms drop down by the side, take that 1 step forward, keep the chest nice and high, go ahead and lower yourself down, and then bring yourself back up to the top. All right, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, going for 12, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. All right, switch those legs on up. 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, heel in the air, arms down, and here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. All right, good work, everyone. You're gonna go ahead and set those on down. Take a couple seconds, catch your breath. And again, as we're recovering here, always thinking about our breath. You always want to take an inhale in through the nose as much as you can, and through the belly, and slow out through the mouth. All right, so that was our first strength exercise. Now we're going to break it up a little bit and go back into some cardio. So we've got a couple different exercises we're going to be doing for this circuit here. So the first one is an ice skater that we'll be doing. So we have a couple different variations. So number 1, what this looks like, if you're comfortable enough with it, is you're going to go ahead and take a step out to the right. Your left foot is going to go behind, and you're going to reach on down with the left foot. Okay, so I'll go nice and slow again. You're going to take a step out to the opposite direction. That foot's going to go behind to catch that balance and reach on down. You're going to go back and forth, so it's going to go nice and smooth, and you can go at your own pace. And if you're not quite comfortable with that, what you can do here is you can go ahead, take a step, bring both feet in, reach down, step, both feet in, reach down. And if that's just a tad too much, just step out to the side like we were before and go back and forth. Okay, we're going to be going for 1 full minute here. So find a comfortable pace that you can work with. I'll go ahead and time us down. So the only thing you got to worry about is just move the whole time. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get ready. 1 minute, and here we go. Ice skaters. Step, reach, step, reach. There you go. And all at your own pace, whatever you're comfortable with. And if you're feeling like a superstar, you can add a hop to each side if you want. We're just going back and forth. Yeah. As we're going here, you should feel a nice stretch in the glutes, a little bit in the lower back. That heart should be pumping a good bit. 30 more seconds to go. And finish. Nice work. Go ahead, catch your breath a little bit, and I'll explain the next cardio move we're going to be doing here in this circuit. So this next one, we're gonna come down into a squat, but only a quarter of the way. So you're gonna go ahead, drop the hips and your hands are gonna go back. You wanna imagine you're jumping up in the air. So you're just gonna go ahead, stand tall. And if you feel comfortable, come up onto the tippy toes. And you're just gonna go back and forth here. Down, hips go back, forward, up onto the tippy toes. All right. And we're gonna do this for 30 seconds at your own pace. Should be a little bit faster since it's shorter duration. We wanna get that heart pumping a little bit more. I'll go ahead and keep time for us. And again, scoot it back. Imagine you're jumping here. 30 seconds and begin. And finish. Good, good, good. So, yeah, big inhale through the nose, control out through the mouth. That should be a little bit more intensive there, a little bit more power focused. So we're gonna go ahead and do those 2 exercises one more time. So we got ice skaters left to right, 1 minute, and then we got our little jumps here for 30 seconds. I'll give us another 15 seconds to catch our breath here, and then we'll get started. All right, we're gonna get ready for ice skaters in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Here we go, left to right, 1 minute. Halfway finished, 30 more seconds to go. Ten more seconds, keep it up. And done. Good work. We're gonna take 30 seconds to catch our breath. Then we're gonna go into our little jumps. Fifteen more seconds down. Big inhales through the nose, control out through the mouth. We have our jumps. We're gonna get started here in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Scoot those hips back, up onto the tippy toes, back and forth. And done. All right, fantastic work. How's everyone doing so far? All right, perfect, perfect. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do here is we're gonna start using our towel. We're gonna go into some back exercises. So again, you can use a towel, a belt, a long piece of string, even an extension cord, anything that you got that you can hold across like so is gonna work fabulous for us. And what we're gonna do here is we're gonna go ahead and find a chair or a couch or something to sit down on. And I'll let you guys go ahead, grab those things while I'll explain our next part here. So what we wanna do, if we can, is to start with the towel on the floor, like so. And then you're just gonna go ahead and place your foot on the top of it, here. And then you're going to use your back muscles to pull your knee in nice and close. And you're going to provide resistance with your legs. So you're pushing with your leg against your back muscles. and then you're pulling with your back muscles against the leg. So there's constant tension back and forth here. So that foot goes forward, pulling against the towel, and then kicking it out straight. So I want everybody to feel comfortable. So we're going to go at your own pace, and we're going to go for time here. We're going to shoot for 30 seconds, just pulling back and forth, trying to maintain tension throughout the towel the whole time. Okay? So we're going to go ahead and get started here. Getting back and forth, 30 seconds. And here we go. Pull the towel. Kick it out straight. You want to squeeze those leg muscles and those back muscles the whole time. Notice how the towel stays nice and taut. You don't want any resistance there. I mean, any slack. And you can go ahead and relax down there for a couple seconds. Shake those back muscles on out. Now we're going to take this towel or this long piece of whatever you got there. Your hands are going to go out straight. You want to keep your back nice and straight. You're going to pull nice and tight, and you're going to pull one arm in and push one forward. So if I look forward here, you're going forward with the left, pull back with the right. We're going back and forth, but the whole time, notice there's never any slack in the towel. You want it nice and tight the whole time. Okay, here we go. 30 seconds, straighten out the arms, pull them on in, and we're going. So you should feel a little bit of exercise in your shoulders and in your back muscles as we're going here. We're just back and forth, keeping tension in the band the whole time. You can get the shoulders on into it to exaggerate that motion. Keep that tension, never want any slack to be in the towel. 10 more seconds, back and forth. Working that upper body. And relax, shake those muscles on out. You should really start to feel it in the top part of those shoulders there. Next thing we're going to do is going to be for our triceps. So we're still using our towel. You can sit in whatever you have comfortable. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to have one hand up high and one hand behind my back like so. So I'll give you a view of what my hands look like back here. And we're going to work our triceps. So as one tricep pulls down and straightens out, the other one's going to bend. So we're going to go back and forth here like a lever. So just like we were working with our other exercises, you always want tension to be in the towel. You're going to find a nice, comfortable pace, and we're just going to go back and forth, up and down here. And if you don't quite have that flexibility, you can go ahead and straighten them on out and just get a smaller range of motion here. Okay? And we're going to go for time starting now, just back and forth. All right, keep on going. There you go. Straighten it on out. We're going to go 10 more seconds. And relax those arms down, shake them on out. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start from the top. Do those 3 exercises 2 more times each. All right, so the first one, we're sitting and whatever we find comfortable. You're going to place your foot in that towel, kick that leg on out straight, and then pull it back. Always tension in the towel, 30 seconds, starting now. Kick it out straight, pull with those back muscles, back and forth. Ten more seconds. And finish there. Nice little shimmy, a little shake. Again, our arms are going to go out to the sides like so. Pull that towel nice and tight. And then we're pulling one elbow back as we're pushing forward with the other hand. Back and forth. Here we go, 30 seconds. Working our shoulders, our back muscles, rear delts, all that fun stuff. There you go. You can even get that whole crossbody into it. Just a couple more seconds here. And down. Relax those shoulders. We're going to work the triceps now. So again, as an example, with my setup here, one hand's going to go to the top. You're going to grab the towel at the opposite end, and one elbow is going to straighten out as one bends, and we're going back and forth here. All right, 30 seconds. Here we go. Halfway there. And finished. Okay, we got one more round of all three of those exercises. All right, so we got number one. I'll give us a couple seconds to get ready. We're stepping on into that towel, using our back muscles, always keeping tension here. 30 seconds and start. Pull back, kick out straight. And finish there. Towel's now going to come out in front of us. We got our push-pull, keeping tension here. 30 seconds, and we're off. Push-pull. Fifteen more seconds. And down. Shake those arms on out. Shake your head. All right, last time for our triceps. We got 30 seconds. So one arm goes down, one arm goes up. Here we go. Halfway finished. And down. Okay, shake those arms all on out. This should be nice and fatigued there. We're gonna go ahead and move that towel on off to the side. We're gonna stand on up to the top here. We're gonna do our last little bit of cardio. Then we're gonna go down to the floor for some core and floor exercises. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do for this little bit of cardio is going to require a little bit more balance and coordination. So we have a couple different variations we can do. So number one, I'm going to start with my right hand behind my head like so. My feet, nice wide stance. And I'm going to go ahead and bring my left knee forward to my right elbow. And I'm going to bring that foot back. So we're going back and forth here, almost a cross-body crunch. If you're not quite comfortable with that, you can go ahead and just bring the knee forward and tap the hand. And if that's still a little too uncomfortable for you there, you can hold on to something here, and you just want to bring that knee over across your body and then back down as you're holding here for some support. So we're gonna go 2 rounds at 30 seconds here. I'm gonna go ahead, count us down. So just everything at your own pace. And here we go, round 1, back and forth. Nice little cross body action here. There we go, nice. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and switch sides. So my left hand's gonna go here, nice wide stance. And here we go, cross body crunch. And finish there. Now we got one more time on each side, and then we're moving on. Okay, 30 seconds, opposite side, and start. Looking good. And we're gonna go ahead and switch. All right, 30 seconds, other side, last time, and here we go. 10 more seconds. And finish there. All right, good work. So now we're gonna go ahead down onto the floor. We're gonna start some core and floor exercises here. So you can go ahead and lay out a mat, a towel, whatever you have with you. So for me, I'm just gonna go ahead and lay my towel on down the floor. And the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna start an exercise in a quadruped position, so on our hands and our knees. So what we got here is what we like to call a bird dog. So we're gonna be working on some balance and in our core. So I'm gonna take my left hand and my right foot. I'm gonna straighten these on out for some balance and then bring them back on in. You can go ahead and tap the floor as needed. If you need a little extra challenge, we're gonna go back and forth without touching the ground. So we're gonna go for time here. Everything's gonna be at your own pace as usual. 30 seconds on one side, and here we go. Opposite limbs out and in. And as I'm going here, you want to make sure that you keep that back nice and flat and stable. Try not to drop those hips down or round out too much to the back here. 10 more seconds. And down. Okay, same exact thing on the other side, 30 seconds. And here we go, out and in. And relax there. So here, I'm gonna go ahead and just press my hips on down, give my hands a little bit of a break, drop the chest down, nice little stretch along the lower back. We're gonna do that bird dog exercise just one more time. So we're just gonna relax a couple seconds here. Again, we're gonna go for 30 seconds on each side. I'm gonna pull myself back into that quadruped position on my hands and my knees. I'm gonna take my left hand and right leg out first for 30 seconds. And here we go. Out and in. 10 more seconds. And down. Okay, you can go ahead and shake those hands on out. We have the other side, same exact exercise for 30 seconds. And here we go. And finish. Nice work. All right, so now here I'm gonna go ahead and lay down on my side. So we're gonna work a little bit on our hips here. Keep these guys nice and strong for us. So I'm laying on my right side. I'm gonna have my right knee forward. My left leg is out straight. So what we're gonna go and do here is go into some hip circles. So I'm gonna take my left leg back, up, and forward. I'm gonna do this 10 times, and then I'm gonna go reverse, forward, up, and down. So I'll lead us through these exercises, keep us at a good pace. We're gonna go 10, 10, and then I'll show you what we're gonna do after that. All right, so number one, here we go. Up, forward, and back. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now we're gonna go in reverse. So forward, up, and back. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now we're gonna go ahead and stack both knees on top of one another. We're gonna create a little bit of space in between. And what we got next is what we call internal rotation. So I'm gonna rotate my leg off this knee and hip joint here. And this ankle's going up toward the air. We're gonna do this 10 times as well. So again, some space between the knee stays in one spot. Rotate that ankle up. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good work. That side of that glute should be nice and achy there. We're gonna go ahead and switch sides, do the same exact thing, but on the other leg. Okay, so here now I'm on my left side. My left knee is forward. My right leg is straight. I'm gonna start with these hip circles. So I'm going back, up, and forward for 10. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Here we go in reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, we got internal rotation, so we're bringing both knees together, about a fist worth of space between. Rotate off that hip here, ankle goes forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good work. We're gonna leave the hips alone, let them recover a little bit, start working on our abs here. So I'm gonna go ahead and lay on my back, nice and straight. I'm going to take my left hand out up top. My right hand, you can just go ahead, leave it on down by the side. We'll get to it in a second. So I'm going to take my left knee and my left elbow. I'm going to meet in the middle. So I'm going to pull the shoulder blade up off the floor a little bit, and I'm going to straighten back out, down, all the way down. We're going to go for 15 here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep it going. 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Good work. So let those abs recover a couple of seconds. Same thing on the other side. Hands side straight. I'm going to bring right elbow to right knee. Shoulder comes up off the floor slightly for 15. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Good, good. Let those abs recover a little bit here. So we're going to come back to our hips a tiny bit. So we're going to go into some hip circles one more time, but this time we're laying on our back. So I'm going to bring my left leg up, out, and down. I'm going to do this 10 times. So if you can, try to keep that leg relatively straight. If you feel any clicking in your hips, you can go ahead and give it a nice little bend and reduce that range of motion. Here we're going. I'm going to count this as 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Same leg, opposite direction. Here we go. Out to the side and in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good, good. So same exact thing, other side. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Opposite direction. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good work. All right, the last thing we're going to do here today is going to be for our core. So we're going to roll ourselves forward. And what we want to do here is we're just going to hold this position here. So we call it like a nice little V-sit. So you're going to start out by straightening your back as much as you can. Squeeze those shoulder blades in. And if you can, we got a couple variations. You're going to raise the feet up off the floor. And if that's too easy, you're going to let the hands go. All right, we're going to do this for 30 seconds. And here we go. And as we're here, just make sure to remember to breathe. Very important for us here. "15 more seconds, already halfway done. And down. All right, and with that, we are all finished for today.